Amirian, sit next to Samantha. Move your bottom next to Samantha. Okay, Kendra's got her eyes on the teacher. So today, you guys, we're reading a book. It's about the compassion, okay? And sometimes it has a little bit of compassion. I'm going to explain why, okay? Sometimes compassion isn't about how we treat our friends, but also teachers and adults too, right? Because teachers, even though they seem like they aren't, they're human just like everyone else, okay? So we're going to learn about one teacher and one student. Teachers aren't green. We're going to find out why she's green in the picture, okay? So I see Jovan's got his eyes on the book. I see Amaya sitting on her bottom. Jeremiah's sitting on his bottom like a champ, but Jeremiah's going to turn and swivel on his bottom so you can see the teacher. Okay? Kobe's got his eyes on the book. As a matter of fact, Kobe, I don't know if you can see really well over there. Can you sit next to Mr. Tony? Move your bottom very quickly next to Mr. Tony, okay? Okay. So, Amirian, your back hurts? Okay. Well, you can switch down a little bit, okay? So, Samaje and Amirian have a quiet bubble in the mouth because we're going to start reading, okay? So the title of this book, you guys, Can Your Eyes on Me? Josiah's got a quiet bubble in his mouth. Is My Teacher is a Monster. That's kind of crazy, right? Because we know teachers aren't monsters, right? Teachers are normal. Teachers are human. Am I a monster? No, I'm Miss Arielle. I'm not a monster at all. Is Miss Jessica a monster? No. Our teachers aren't monsters, okay? Amirian, scoot next to Mr. Tony. Artico and Samaje, quiet bubble on your bottoms. Kobe, you can't see me with your hoodie on. Take your hoodie off. Eyes on me. My Teacher's a Monster by Peter Brown. Dwight's got his eyes on the book, so does Josiah. My teacher's a monster! No, I'm not. So the teacher doesn't agree that she's a monster either. We're going to see what's happening, okay? Bobby had a big problem at school, and her name was Miss Kirby. Miss Kirby must be the monster, but she's the teacher. She's green. Look at her. She's green, and she's kind of ugly. She's got that frowned up unibrow. She looks really deep. She got some ugly teeth, big, mean monster teeth. So his problem at school is Miss Kirby. And Miss Kirby hears it. She's like, Robert! So Miss Kirby doesn't agree. She got ugly feet too, all right? Artico's got his bottom on the carpet. AJ's looking at the books. Move it or lose it! Miss Kirby stomped. Settle down! Miss Kirby roared. No recess for children who throw paper airplanes in class. Miss Kirby was a monster. So she's yelling, and she's stomping, and she's barking around and being all evil. So he thinks that she's a monster. Look how green and mean she is. Maybe a little bit, I don't know if that's a shadow or something, but that's really weird. She has other, and her shoes are horrible. You're right, Josiah. That roller set is disgusting. She looks like a monster. She has gross teeth. So Bobby spent his free time in the park trying to forget his teacher problems. So he went to the park. He's like, you know what, Miss Kirby? I can't deal with you right now. I'm going to the park because you're a monster. You yell at me, you stump me, you scream at me. You have those ugly teeth, those hideous shoes, that hideous roller set, right? Hideous, right? Artico, isn't she? It's gross, okay? And he's fat too. But one Saturday morning on the way to his favorite spot, Bobby found a terrible surprise. Artico and Samaki have their eyes on the book. Jovan's got his bottom of the carpet. Tashana's looking at the teacher. Wait a minute. He went to the park to get away from Miss Kirby, and look who he sees at the prom. Who is that? Miss Kirby the monster is out in daytime, and she's at his park. He saw his teacher out at the park. That's crazy, right? Have you guys ever seen a teacher outside of school? No? Well, you did once. Who did you see outside of school? You don't know? Well, we'll come back to you when you find out, okay? Bobby wanted to run. He wanted to hide. But he knew that would only make things worse. So now he's on this park bench next to Miss Kirby, and look how scary she looks. Her little sharp teeth are sticking out. She's mean. She at least... She won't be greedy. Well, see, look, she got her little roller. She has stinky breath. Oh, she probably does. We can't see it now, but I'm getting a whiff of it from the book, and I'm going to turn the page because Miss Kirby's breath is, like, about to knock me out. So let's turn the page. All right, Kobe's got his bottom on the carpet. Ava and Kendra got their bottom on the carpet. Josiah's got a quiet bubble. Robert. So wait, look. So Robert's on the bench and he's raising his hand like this. Samaji's got a quiet bubble, okay? Robert, you don't need to raise your hand out here. What were you going to say? I was gonna say hi, Miss Kirby. I like your enormous hat, Miss Kirby. Thank you, Robert. This is a really awkward conversation. Awkward means things are not necessarily happening. It's easy. It's a weird conversation. Miss Kirby, it's really strange seeing you outside of school, Miriam. It's really strange seeing you outside of school. Miss Kirby's just like. There was an awkward silence. Remember that word awkward again? Can we all say awkward? Awkward. Awkward means weird, right? Weird silence. Dwight's got his bottom on the carpet. Rakia's looking at the book. Josiah's got a quiet bubble like a champ. Good job, Josiah. Kobe's got his bottom on the carpet. He looks very engaged in the story, Kobe. There was an awkward silence, and then a gust of wind changed everything. So a big blow when a gust of wind swooped by, and guess it took Miss Kirby's hat and a little bit of her roller set. Her hair kind of came off too. It's kind of gross. That's my favorite hat. My dear old granny gave it to me. Don't let it get away. Got it, said Robert. So Robert saved Miss Kirby's hat from flying off into the pond. Oh, Bobby, you're my hero. She got her hat back. I mean, that was very good of you, Robert. You're welcome, Miss Kirby. Then we got some ducks and they're quacking along, right, Samantha? You see the ducks quacking? You see the ducks quacking? Quack, quack, quack. Those ducks. Right, Chico? Alright, so we're going to stop quacking for a second, okay? Those ducks sure do like you. They know I enjoy quacking with them. So wait, remember Miss Kirby was a monster who just stomped and yelled? Now we're finding out that Miss Kirby has interests outside of school. Miss Kirby likes to go play with the ducks at the pond. Okay, that's what she likes to do on her free time. Alright, Ava's on her bottom. Miriam's got a cry, but she's not a monster anymore, right? Quack, 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 quack. So wait, let's do a comparison, you guys. Alright, Busy Bee. Jovan's looking at the book. Tashana's got her eyes on the book. Ava and Kendra have a quiet bubble. So let's look at comparison, okay? This was Miss Kirby that we knew in the classroom. With the ugly hair and the strange discoloration around her nose. And the ugly shoes and the mean monster shoes. But look at Miss Kirby now. She's smiling. Yeah, she's still a little bit green, but like she looks more friendly, doesn't she? Doesn't she look more friendly than this?
And she's turning back.
She's turning back. Would you want to be friends with this Miss Kirby or this Miss Kirby?
No.
This Miss Kirby. You're right, okay? When they were all quacked out, Samaje, when they were all quacked out, Bobby had an idea. You got an idea. Right, Josiah? You got an idea? All right, Josiah, we're going to have our bottoms on the carpet. We're not touching the English carpet, okay? You should see my favorite spot in the park, said Bobby, Ava, and Kendra. Be careful. Yes, Miss Kirby. So now they're cooperating. They're helping each other get to the top of the mountain, okay? Jeremiah's got his eyes on the book. Amaya's looking at me. Dwight's got his bottom on the carpet. Amirian's looking at me. He's also supporting his own neck so his brain can grow. Okay, so we're going to sit up. There we go. Miss Kirby says, this is lovely. Lovely is another word for beautiful or amazing or really, really nice. And then Miss Kirby had an idea, right, Tashana? Miss Kirby has an idea. So Miss Kirby gives Robert a piece of paper, and he folds that paper up, and he makes a paper airplane. Bobby tossed the paper airplane into the sky, and it flew, and it flew, and it flew. Can we all make our airplanes fly? And it flew, and it flew, and it flew. So now they're flying paper airplanes together. Let's see what's going to happen. I think that was the single greatest paper airplane flight in history. Miss Kirby says, I think you're right. Now look at her now. She changed again. She used to look like this. Now she's completely human. Miss Kirby isn't a monster anymore.
Is she gonna turn back?
We'll see, okay?
No, she's not.
By lunchtime, you guys have predictions. I think she's gonna stay this way, okay? By lunchtime, Bobby and Miss Kirby were happy they had bumped into each other. But they were ready to say goodbye. Right, Ava? Right, Miriam? See you Monday, Bobby. Bye, Miss Kirby. So wait. Uh-oh. But back at school, Miss Kirby still stomps. And then the bear said, roar. And Miss Kirby still roared. Great job, Bobby. But was Miss Kirby still a monster? No. She turned back into a human being. And I'll explain why in a second. Robert! Oh, so she's still kind of a monster. But, I was thinking when I read the story, because I read the story last night, and it made me think a lot, right, Josiah? There's two of her? There's a green one. So let's look. If we notice, when she's at the park having fun, Josiah, Erin's got her bottom on the carpet, Kendra's got her bottom on the carpet, Amiria's got a quiet bubble, Samaje's looking at the book, Josiah's looking at the book. If you notice, Tico's got his bottom on the carpet. The reason that she seemed like a monster is because Miss Kirby kind of had to yell sometimes. She kind of had to stomp around and sort of get things done. But she's not a mean person, and she didn't mean it. She's not mean though, because look, when they were at the park, she taught him how to fly paper airplanes. She helped him up the mountain. She was really nice to him. Do you think Miss Kirby felt good being seen as a monster?
No.
Do you think she wanted to come off as a monster? I don't think so. I think that she wanted to come off as a nice person, but sometimes it looked like she was a monster because she had to be strict at school. Strict is another word for adults, like Miss Jessica, like Miss Arielle, like Miss Tony, like Miss Williams. When we want to care about you guys and make sure that you guys are safe, we sometimes have to be a little bit more strict or rough or firm to let you guys know that. So it's not us being mean, right, Samaje, right, Tico? We're not being mean, we're showing that we care about you, okay? So Josiah, Dwight, Amaya's got her eyes on me, Tashana's got her eyes on me. In order to show that we care about you and we're being compassionate, Ava and Kendra, to show our compassion, you have to sort of like make sure you guys are safe, okay? So she's not a monster, she's trying to make sure that Robert learns as much as he can. Did you guys like that story? Can we get a thank you for the story cheer? Thank you for the story. Thank you very much. Okay, so my baby did an amazing job with that story. I think you guys earned some sort of activity. So I'm going to give you a choice, okay? Do we want to play football team? We haven't played that in a long time. You want football team? Do we have a ball? Who wants to play football team? Raise your hand. Okay, so that seems like an Oklahoma majority. So in order to